So talking about growth, right?
Yeah.
The growth here, everybody wants their money to work for them, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so if you have your money and you are investing it and your money is not working for you, there's a problem. That means every income you are making is from active income. Active, that means your sweat, your time equals the money you are making. But what about if you have a situation where even when you are sleeping, your money is also working for you? Then we talk about protection.
Yeah.
This is where we have to go back to again the foundation of the financial foundation we're talking about. Your fund is protected. Looking at this is part of protection. The NDIC story is part of protection. And income replacement. Because when you cannot work, two persons in a family, they are paying the mortgage, they are doing things in the house. If one is not there, what happens? That protection will step in by way of investment to take care of the absence of money. Even when the person is still alive, the investment must have grown to the level that the person can even access the fund for whatever he wants to use it for while still alive.
Hello viewers, welcome to the Business Hub, and today we are diving into another edition with Mr. Israel Iyamu on building black wealth for North America. And it's been an engaging and exciting one, and I'm sure that today also you are in for a great time. So, Mr. Israel, nice having you one more time in the studio. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Great.
Financial literacy. You know, I love the badges that you come along with, you know, they're always, you know, so we are still on investment.
Yes.
And, you know, today we are moving into managed growth.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Yeah, thank you very much. Viewers, once again, before we dive into this, don't forget to subscribe, and we're also looking for sponsorship too, because we need to get this information to our community. So remember, so we're talking about this topic, managed growth. In the last topic, we break down some of those registered funds, and we're able to inform our viewers on what to do in terms of some registered accounts, the limits, the best time to put them in place, the advantage in terms of taxes, the purpose, and all that, right? But today we'll be talking about the managed growth. And we have the quadrant there, which are in 4 boxes. If you look at it very well, 4 boxes.
Right.
Yeah. Once again, I will repeat the statement of Warren Buffett. Said,
by the way, I just love that statement, right? Please go ahead.
don't lose money. That's there are 2 rules. First one is don't lose money. The second rule is remember
Number one.
So, you know, the first is growth, right?
But wait, you know, money, when you spend it, you're losing it, isn't it?
No. You spend money. You can spend money to make more money. You can spend money to take care of your health. That is not the type we're talking about. If you are losing money, that means it could be you go a wrong investment, which of course we're going to discuss here partially, and sometimes out of fear. So talking about growth, right?
Yeah.
The growth here, everybody wants their money to work for them, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so if you have your money and you are investing it and your money is not working for you, there's a problem. That means every income you are making is from active income. Active, that means your sweat, your time equals the money you are making. But what about if you have a situation where even when you are sleeping, your money is also working for you? You cannot get into that level by just doing what every other persons are doing. You have to think differently. So when we talk about growth, what most of us do, we use the traditional institutions, right? And we just keep our money there every time we look at it, and we just check, and normal checking, savings account and all that. Number one is tax now. Remember, We talked about the 3 different buckets: tax now, tax deferred, and tax advantage. Then what they do is that they give you a very minimal rate of return. When talking about gold, we're talking about ROR, the rate of return.
Right.
So if you go to your traditional institution today and ask, what is the rate of my return on that deposit I have there? Go, ask them. Most times most of the accounts is just 2% or thereabouts. Then if they want you to have a fixed deposit, maybe 5 or 6. You can't even get up to 6. And if you break it before the tenor, you are penalized. And what is the rate of inflation today? It's higher than whatever you are getting. So invariably, you are not actually growing. You are losing money. If the rate of inflation is more than your rate of return of that your money you are keeping there, you are losing money. Absolutely. And it's unconscious loss of money. You are always seeing the $1,000 there year in, year out. Maybe they had 2 cents for you. Meanwhile, that same money, what you would have bought for you yesterday.
Just to be, so that our viewers can also be on the same page with us.
Yeah.
Is this centered on Canada?
This is, generally. So, what about if you have a portfolio where you are getting 2 digits? I don't want to be specific because it's investment nest, right? And your money is working for you while you're sleeping. Averagely, you are making 2 digits. Won't you prefer that? So, and most times the traditional institutions, your investment or your savings is based on simple interest. What about if you have a portfolio that is based on compound interest? Compound interest is the interest that you have is compounding interest on interest, compounding interest on interest. So your money grows faster on a compound interest. Just like I said in one of our last episodes, is that money takes time to grow, but let it grow steadily. So you'll be surprised, Mr. A has XYZ amount of money in this portfolio. In 20 years' time, maybe having X plus 1. But Mr. B, that understands the compounding effect, might be having X plus 1, 2, 3. In other words, if your growth, using the rule of 72, that's what we call it, a simple way. Albert Einstein is the one that propounded that theory.
Not sure. So,
rule of 72. It's a simple way to calculate how compounding interest work.
Okay.
It's just saying, okay, 72 divided by the rate of return you are currently having. So if you are having 1% as rate of return, which most people are currently in as I'm talking, that means before they will double their money, it will take them 72 years. So if they have $1,000 in that account, it will take them 72 years before the $1,000 becomes $2,000. Can I hear God forbid?
God forbid. Now, okay. In my layman, experience, just like someone who is also watching who doesn't, so it could also have been 73.
Yes,
it could have been 75.
Yeah, no. The reason I do is just to show how early can your money double. We are talking about your money working for you now.
Yeah.
So we are using the double effect. How long does it take your money to double? That's the simple question.
When must it be 72?
That's the simplest way. The man at the Albertista is a very intelligent person, right?
Yes. No.
So he made it so easy for people to know. If you have your rate of return now, just go to what is my rate of return here? They'll tell you this is the rate of return on this your account. Just divide it by 72. Then you know how many years it will take you for that money to double if you leave that money as it is. Whether you are putting deposit everything, just know how many, you can tell you straight away.
Okay, let's move.
So imagine if you have 10% double digit. We are not talking of 12 now, 13 or whatever. So it will take you about 7 years plus. So you can see the difference Mr. A has kept his money in a place where the rate of return is very minimal. Mr. B has taken his money to somewhere that he has double digits. Using the rule of 72 alone, one will take 72 years, the other will take 7.2 years. That is growth. So why one is just, the money is not working, the other person's money is working. So what those traditional institutions do, that they take this fund to that same place. They stand like a middleman between where you can get that best rate of return. They take it, they give you the 1% or 2%, they go and get 12% and thereabout. They make a spread of 10% on you. Their money is not sitting in the vault there. The money is not sitting there. If it's sitting in the vault, it's called liability. Now, let's go to the second bucket here. Safety. Everybody prefers safety, and that's the reason why most people are stuck with this traditional institution. Because they're always afraid. They're always afraid. They're always afraid.
Let me keep back. You know the story that Jesus gave. You know that one who he gave talent.
Yes.
He gave one.
One went to hide it.
That one had to. Yeah.
That's that same person we're talking here.
And there was no growth.
There's no growth. And he was very angry. So he that has a little, he will take and be given to those that have more. So that's what is happening here. So even biblical, this thing has all investment. This thing that is there. If you look at the scripture, everything that is to do is the scripture. So safety. So because of that, the man you just brought that story now. Very interesting story. He was thinking about safety. My master is a very hard man. So it's better maybe just put it inside the other cooking pot, under carpet, according to fella. So when he come, I'll give him money as it is. That money has lost value. So the man went to, so when we talk about safety now, a lot of people, they do investments, but they don't really know what they are doing. And they are making efforts, right, to really do. Look at this, for example. We are talking about safety. If my viewers can see this, this is the CDIC, Canada Deposit Insurance Corporation. You can, my viewers, my viewer, you can Google it. Google it. Look at it. Look at it. What's covered? This is the Canadian Deposit Insurance Corporation. In case the company folds up, any of this traditional institution or whatever financial institution, they fold up, they can, One company was, I don't want to call their name, they was fined over some billions of dollars recently in the US. So look at it, what's covered. Deposits in Canada are, that's what is covered, deposits in Canadian or foreign currency. Interact, transfer, this thing, the guaranteed guaranteed investment certificate, GIC, and other deposits. But let's pay attention to what is not covered. I can see a lot of people under this bracket. Let me expand it. What is not covered?
Put it this way. Let's come out.
What is not covered? Number one,
that's
mutual fund. I lot of people talk about mutual fund. Yes. If you have excess money after you have done the needful of what I'm talking about, if you contact me, scan that code, I will give you where the banks even take their money to. That's where I will take you to, so that you bypass the middleman. Mutual fund. A lot of people, they have mutual fund. There's no safety there. Then stocks and bonds. I know a lot of people talk about stocks. If you're there, you hear about a lot of this investment, people, the next thing are talking, buy stocks. How many of those stocks can you really monitor? But we take you to the kind of fund that has several companies in one investment. If it's a NASDAQ, like those that they're talking about, those companies, those 500 companies that are the telecom companies and all that, and IT companies. You see like Microsoft, Google, several, about 10 of them will be in one fund. So tell me, how many of those things, if you buy each of those stocks, and again, it's not covered. So if they go down, the money is gone. Then you have the ETFs, that's exchange trade funds. A lot of people do a lot of ETFs. Then the last one is the funny one to me. Yeah, people make money in cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
But it's very risky.
It's risky.
Very highly risky. I don't usually talk. If you come and talk to me about cryptocurrency, I'll say, no, please look elsewhere. Because I'm giving you 25 years experience in the financial industry.
But it seems crypto will be booming in the US.
Yeah. For me, I'm too old to gamble with my fund. I'm talking about safety. So if you're actually looking for safety and growth and everything put together, I'm telling you that there are better portfolios to do that. You know, somebody can still be alive and you forget your password. There's a problem already. This one is not even. So the risk, you know, if you want to do that, let it be that a portion, maybe 1% or 2%. You can just put it.
Okay.
But it's not there. Then we have
Tax advantage.
the tax advantage. Remember, we talked about tax advantage before. The two major TFSA and the FHSA, we mentioned those. The other type of tax advantage is insurance investment products.
Insurance investment products.
Universal life, whole life, all those insurance investment products, they have tax advantage. In fact, the other ones has some kind of very small limits, but the insurance one has a wide gap that you can use. The limit is quite huge that you can use for serious investment. Again, we are coming to the foundation. There's serious money. So, like I mentioned, banks in North America have billions in life insurance assets. In fact, banks are rated by their life insurance asset investment. They have billions there. Because why? They are looking for creditor protection. Remember those 5 benefits we read during the last episode? They are looking for creditors protection because they know there is safety there. There's growth. They're making money. There's safety and there's tax advantage. So when they say creditor protection means that if you as a prince, you have a business, you open a restaurant, Nigerian food restaurant, you took the money from the bank, other people's money, and go and use other people's money, took money from the bank. Maybe you open a McDonald's, borrow a lot of money, and you have 2 million in this bucket I'm talking about. Do you know that your business fail, the bank or your creditor cannot go after the fund that is there?
Really?
It's protected. That's why the banks have billions. Banks don't die. So why are they doing? Why are they having money in life insurance assets? So that's one question people need to ask themselves.
Some of them are crashing.
Yeah, but that money is safe there. So if you want to know the health of a bank, go and look at their life insurance investment.
Because we have a lot of them that are actually facing liquidation, especially maybe not in Canada, but
that's a topic. That's a topic for another day. But they do that because they are protecting their investment. Then we talk about protection.
Yeah.
This is where we have to go back to again the foundation of the financial foundation we're talking about. Your fund is protected. Looking at this is part of protection. The NDIC story is part of protection. And income replacement. Because when you cannot work, 2 persons in a family, they are paying the mortgage, they are doing things in the house. If one is not there, what happens? That protection will step in by way of investment to take care of the absence of another. Even when the person is still alive, the investment must have grown to the level that the person can even access the fund for whatever he wants to use it for while still alive. It doesn't need to be sick. It doesn't need to be crippled. It doesn't need to, even when it's still healthy, you can access that investment and it has grown in a compounding fund over the years. Whereas you are still alive, you can enjoy your fund, and when the person passes on, the fund will go as a legacy for the children, tax-free. Every single dime goes to the family tax-free, without probate issues. So if you want to talk about managed growth, people should be thinking of, in fact, take all this in one swap in a particular investment, then you know that you are truly doing what is right, especially in North America.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Israel.
Thank you.
I think it's it's been a beautiful one today.
Thank you.
Wow, managed growth. That's interesting. So, viewers, you've heard from the financial expert himself, and for me, I think there is so much for us to actually pay attention to here, and this is only just a tip of the iceberg, you know, to make sure that we experience financial freedom. And yeah, so don't fail to subscribe. You need to go to the Black Community Canada Television, follow the episodes one after the other, and then if you have comments or questions, drop them there. You can also scan, you know, and the code for Mr. Israel. I think some things you actually want him to do as well, so he'll be able to reach out to you as well. So thank you for being part of today's edition of the Business Hub, and on the discussion on building black wealth for North America. So thank you.